I'll just go over some tests, but I'm just going to get started. Okay. Sounds good. Things are good. I'm a little cold in here, but that's actually nice, to be honest. I need to go through some of this stuff at some point. Oh, there's that thing I was looking for. Right there on the desk, under the other thing that I wasn't looking for. Okay. Solid state drive was in the form factor of a hard drive, so I placed it gently rather than just slamming it down. It got me scared. Okay. So I found something on my business bank account that was charging me every month. I contacted a company about it, asking why they were charging me, and they never got back to me. And I can't log in to cancel. I asked, why can't I log in? They said, you don't have an account. So they're charging people who don't have an account money every month. Fortunately, I just stopped. I just closed the bank account. I mean, it was I needed to do that anyway. But yeah, something had been charging me $20 every month, and I wasn't using it, and I was going to use it, but you know how that goes. So, many moons later, still going to use it. All right. Get some stuff out of the way here. Oh, this goes with the... This goes over there. Like that. Okay. I need to take this with me next time I go in the house, which is not going to be what I'm doing when I'm leaving here today. I've got a fresh Mountain Dew cup. I'm going once a week, usually on Monday, but today on Tuesday, to one of Swig or Fizz or something like that to get myself a fresh cup. Still save the Tatas season or whatever. It's pink. I don't know if you can tell that. It looks a little reddish, a little pinkish. I don't know why I have a cowlick. I took a shower. I got a cowlick still. There we go. That'll fix it. Yeah, much better. Much better. All right, now that I'm done primping, let's get this party started, shall we? All right, so I don't have much time for this. I have the progress tracker up just to be kind of ironic because I'm working on something that's not in the progress tracker, that is not high priority according to the things that other things I need to do. But I've come into this a couple of times now where I just need the, whoops. Hold on. So generally speaking, I don't use tools that are not on Webi. If I need to use a tool, then I need to put it on Webi. That's kind of how I go. Because just the overhead of having to download the thing, unpack it, set the bit, move it into the directory. I'd rather spend an hour creating a Webi installer for it. Which in this case, the cheat sheet's what takes the most time. And that's really short, so I don't think that's going to be the case here. So I think I do have xcaddy right here. So I'm pretty sure that all I'm going to need to do for this one is to copy the xcaddy. Oh, what happened here? Did this never finish building? Or is that... Oh, that was remote. Okay. That's why it never finished building. But this one finished building. But it didn't have LZMA, which is fine. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to disconnect from this and reconnect to it. Yeah. So I need to specify things we need to know here are... I need to make sure to make it in the cheat sheet. how to find modules, how to add modules, how to select a version or branch, and how to switch versions. I don't think we're going to do this one because I don't think that there's a process for that. Which ENVs to try. Okay. So I should label this notes for cheat sheet. Notes for cheat sheet. All right. So this right here, this is why I want to do this now, is that for some reason, more and more often, I'm not able to connect to the container. And I think it has something to do with Caddy's reverse proxy. I think that something is getting messed up. I think I saw something in notes about an issue with that. And so that's what I am gonna try to do. Oh, how to list currently installed modules. That's another thing. How to list current config. So I'm going to refresh this and just see what's going on here. You know, CPU usage is really low. Memory usage is unusual, like is high for some reason I don't quite understand. And if I try to get into this thing not through the SSH proxy but directly, boom, goes right in. So to me, that says that there's a problem there. Okay. Okay, kind of know what to do with that. Let's see. Did we get in? We still did not get in. So I'm going to try... I don't know what's going on here. Something's not good. Let's see if we can get to the beta site here. I don't know if that's... Yeah, something has gone wrong. Connection refused. Good. Yeah, something really bad is happening here. I'm gonna... Give me just a second. I'm gonna try to figure this out. RC service stop caddy. Or rather caddy stop. Kill all -9 caddy. Alright, good. And then caddy run resume here in the foreground. So I'm doing this on the other screen for a second. So I got some production sites down right now, but it's okay. They're down anyway. All right, let's see what happened here. All right, let's do env file. Config. Caddy env. All right, bunch of errors. All right, let's see what happens if I refresh here. I'm checking logs. Nothing's happening. Let's just make sure something weird didn't go on with the DNS. Web install.dev. What's that? All right. Huh. Very confused. Yeah, I'm very confused as to what's going on here. Because what I see let's see. Sorry, give me a second. What I'm looking for is if I can enter into this container directly and see if something's going on inside the container, because I can access other sites. I can't access that one. I could just maybe reboot the container. Let's see what's going on. Is there anything actually messed up with the container itself? Where is Webi next? There it is. Okay, memory usage is kind of high. CPU usage is also kind of high. So that tells us that something's going on. And it looks like it spiked recently. I wonder if I am the subject of an attack of some sort. Well, what we can do is let's just all of a sudden throw a bunch of resources at it. 2048. Boom. That's no longer a problem. Cores. 100%. 8 cores. Boom. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Because I wouldn't be surprised if there's not something else going on here. Alright, so suddenly, that actually made the memory usage go down. And I guess the CPU usage is staying about the same. So that could tell me that something's run amok on the server itself. So let's Let's check for... Oh my holy goodness. It is indeed still compiling Python since last night. That makes a heck of a lot more sense now. It probably got stuck on something that needed a lot of RAM, because I wasn't thinking about this. It only had 512 megs of RAM. Normally, to compile decently sized programs, you need something like 2 gigs of RAM minimum with swap, or you need 4 gigs of RAM. So when you try to do a big compile on a virtual machine, yeah. Okay. So that explains a lot. So it may have been stuck on one thing where, because it didn't have a lot of RAM, it literally was just thrashing all night long. And now that it's got some RAM thrown at it, and if I had the 8 CPUs when I started the compile, then it would be using all available CPUs. That's probably a fixed number at the start of the compile. Anyway, all right, so that makes sense, because I wanted to test that, and I just wasn't thinking it would take so long, because I'm used to it taking, a minute on my MacBook, but on this was a very locked down container. It didn't have a lot of resources allocated to it. Okay, so that's what that was. So that's good. This is unrelated to my other problem. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to switch into main. We're going to rebase the hotfix, because that's going to be approved soon. And then we're going to, off of the hotfix, we're going to do add xcaddy. And then this one is going to be really simple. We're going to copy caddy, and we're going to call it xcaddy. And let's make sure that it didn't put the directory down one layer. Yeah. And then we're just going to, let's go into that directory so I don't make mistakes that I shouldn't. And then we're just going to replace every instance of caddy with xcaddy for all the files that are here. And let's go make sure that that will actually be right. So github.com, this is github xcaddy. So caddy is the web server, xcaddy is the builder for the web server. Let's see. Is it just xcaddy off of here? Okay, it is good. Releases, haven't had a release in a long time, that's good. And I'm assuming that the releases will be in the same format. I mean, if all went well, then as of right now, I should be able to do export Webi host next, Webi xcaddy, and we should just see that it works. Okay. So, xcaddy did not work. So that might mean that the releases didn't work. Oh, xcaddy server. Got it. That's why that didn't work. All right, so we should be able to try that again now. And there it goes. And then I should be able to delete my local xcaddy out of bin. And then run xcaddy help or version, and it should print out the version. And so then we just go from there. Let's make sure that the install PS1. Okay. I'll check that out on Windows and make sure it works on Windows. I'm imagining that it's going to work just fine. We can go ahead and put that in there. Do we have version in here? Okay. And then let's look at the SH. And I'm imagining we're going to see something relatively similar here. And then we have the version. Let's see if this version still works. Yep. Now, I realize that I could do this much more simply if I just did 2 dash. And since sed is a more complex program than cut, I am going instead to switch to cut. There we go. And this is how I tend to do things anyway. So caddy has a version format, or xcaddy has a version format like this, and we're just going to cut it down. This trims it down to 0.3.5. Okay. Let's see. Tag v.1.0, please. v0 asking, telling people they need to install at 0 is disconcerting. And plenty of other numbers are available if those guarantees need to be broken. The bow, please. That can wait for 1.1. Features are valid for minor releases. Okay. Okay. And then I don't think there's anything else that interesting we need to do here. I can probably just replace throughout this file 2.1.0 with 0.3.5. Bloop. And then, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Anybody want to chat? We can chat. Do you have working IPv6? I don't at the moment. I did a couple months ago, but I don't right now. But, well, okay, it depends on how you count. I could do a SOCKS 5 proxy through a DigitalOcean instance. Could you show me the GitHub repo for your IP? My Bob there. I love all these projects you're working on, by the way. Much respect. Yeah, couldn't connect using IPv6. Do you have an API for it? If you would expose the API version of it, so or the text version, or if I could change content type, you know, do something like that. Update it so that you can either send a different content type, or you can do, you know, IP.txt or something like that. Because what I can do is I can get on DigitalOcean where I have IPv6. So let's see, what do I have left on DigitalOcean? Not much. Actually, I've moved almost everything to BNNA. Let's see. Okay, this makes no sense. So check this out. I did a curl. Couldn't connect using IPv4. Couldn't connect using IPv4. Couldn't connect using IPv6. Couldn't connect using IPv6. So you got something interesting going on there. I'm old school, no GitHub, CVS baby. You're wrong. You're just flat out wrong. Stop doing stupid. Stop it. I mean, I guess if you don't work with anyone else, but no, because we're having, this is working with someone else right here. You're asking me to test something. So here's the thing. Firefox is probably using, you know, because IPv6 is a political thing more than it's a technical thing. Read the HTML again. Okay. Well, I can tell you this. When I run those two independently via curl, I get it. Oh, you're saying curl it again? Is that what you're saying? No, I still get the same thing with curl on this server. But if I curl those endpoints individually, the IPv6 and the IPv4, it works. Oh, you're saying, I don't see the IP address, though. Do we have a pretty fire that we can just pipe stuff to? Oh, no. I'm looking up documentation for prettier real quick. There's got to be something that we could pipe, like JQ. Whatever. Read the object parts again. Object is not part of HTML, my friend. Are you running this on Internet Explorer 6? Object's not a thing. Look, I need it prettierified, okay? Object. Data equals. Look. I don't know what this is doing, okay? I know that object was a thing back in the Flash days, and it was used for, like, showing Flash videos or something. But you're making me uncomfortable. Stop touching me there right now. Object style, text, HTML, data, object. I don't know what to make of this. Couldn't connect, couldn't connect, couldn't connect. It all looks like couldn't connect to me. So I don't know how to read this. Okay? So are you saying me that the behavior of object is to try to interpret whatever data is and then put it in there? I don't see any script, so I'm imagining that's how object worked. Was that object you... That's really interesting. So object is like an include? It actually functions in modern browsers as an include? Because that's pretty awesome. I might actually have to start using that. I was curling the main site, the IPv4 or 6 or whatever it was. This document was successfully checked as XHTML 1.1. Welcome to the 90s, my friend. Okay, wait. I need to do the thing I need to do. That is so interesting. Dude, you're going to blow people's mind when they find out that they don't need any framework anymore. Because I was just talking the other day about includes are the one thing that we never figured out. But if you've figured out how to do includes, then is this a real thing? That's not just like some fringe behavior, but I mean, it wouldn't work for search engines still, but so is this like... So is this not going to get deprecated? Wait, works when I use Google Chrome, ask for a plugin. I am so interested in this. And how it loads on the page, and how do you know? So, I now I want to know that... Dang it, why are you getting me on this goose chase? Why? Why? Why am I listening to you? Why am I going this route? Okay, I'm going to shelve this for later, but this is interesting. I'm glad that you've brought your ancient wisdom from 1997 along with us today. I'm not surprised. So there is a whole thing of IPv6, IPv4 translation. So in many contexts, look, the truth of the matter is IPv6 failed. Okay? Except for niche applications, like if you're a CIA agent and you want to confuse somebody in China or something, like IPv6 failed. It was not adopted. The solution that was adopted was NAT. NAT has succeeded. IPv6 has failed. And I think that it's time for us all to accept that. Despite the fact that IPv6 is needlessly complicated and no one wants to use it anyway, it just hasn't gained adoption. So I was on the IPv6 bus for a little while, but then after realizing all these strange problems that pop up, that I think I couldn't use Stripe one time because of IPv6. I mean, there's just been so many weird issues that have popped up because of IPv6. I've just stopped using it because it's not worth it, because it's something that's really, really terribly difficult to explain to a person. Oh, our website has both IPv4 and IPv6, and it's actually your ISP's fault that you can't connect because we're configured correctly. Like, it doesn't fly, right? So you're better off to remove IPv6 from your website than to have it, because it's more likely that an innocent passerby will be assassinated by it than that it will give anyone any benefit. So I'm off the IPv6 bus. I was there, I left there. All right, was there anything else I needed to do? I should probably just put these there. All right, let's go from Hugo to Caddy, and I think we're good. And then this would actually just be like this. Wait, why is PKG source? Hold on. That should be command, where it's dir. I think that was a mistake. And thankfully it wasn't used. And I think that the dir actually should be this one. Could be mistaken about that. But I don't recall. Well, I really don't want to mess around with it right now. We'll just let it be. Interesting that... Okay, well, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and run this install again. And then just get this over with, because I need to get this over with. Alright, good. Except for over 50% of Google usage in the United States, that can't be possible because not 50% of people have IPv6 at home. So, and even still, right? 50% is a critical failure. If your standard has 50% adoption, that means it's not usable. Because that means literally, out of 2 people, you can't use it with both of them. Do you get, like, it has not reached network effect. It did not follow the S curve to the top. It wasn't like, okay, early days of IPv6, slow adoption. Oh, huge spike in adoption. Okay, we got to 98.9% and we're slowly getting to 100%. Oh, I'm not, we're slowly getting to 100%. Then we stop around 99.9. An asymptote, So the S curve is... Wait, hold on. Am I doing it wrong? How does it look in the camera? This way? Yeah, so S curve goes like this. No, like that. Yeah, like this. Okay, S curve is like this. I'm looking at the camera there. So you have a slow start, you have a spike, and then you asymptote. IPv6 has asymptoted at 50%. Thereabouts. No, it is not less than 50% is using IPv4. 100% of people who are using the internet are using IPv4. 100%. Even people that are essentially just using IPv6 as NAT, because that's what that IPv6 to IPv4 translation is. It's one of 2 things. It's free IPv4 addresses, because if you can apply for those IPv6, IPv4 combos, you get an IPv4 address without paying for it. You basically get a government subsidized IPv4 address. So that's one route. But essentially IPv6 in those cases is just being used as NAT and or a way to get free IPv4 addresses without having to pay the normal price. All right, let's pull this up here. Dag nabbit! This is not what I need to do right now. Oh, green. Oh, almost 48%. In only 30 years. Wow. Latency impact. Oh, so is it saying that it actually goes faster? That's cool, I guess. I love how to paint the picture better, they're showing it green. That's hilarious. No, green would be like above 99%. That would be green. That would be widely deployed. All right. Oof. Yeah. So From introduction, whoops, I don't know why this is, I hate it when they try to make the scroll better for Windows users, and they don't do us the courtesy of checking to see whether or not you're a Windows user. Because when you actually have a trackpad, whatever. So look, here's the adoption curve right here. Here's where it hockey sticks. It hockey sticks to about right there in 2016. So 2016 was the big hockey stick. And part of this might be due to Let's Encrypt or something. That doesn't make sense. I don't know why I said that. I don't know what this is due to. And then what are these little spikes that happen? But notice the slope of the curve changes right here. Around 2016, end of 2016, beginning of 2017. Notice the slope of the curve stops going up and the slope starts going down. Now the curve is still going up, but the slope of the curve is no longer going up. The slope of the curve is now going down. So what we're seeing here is that the adoption is asymptotic. Well, we don't see the asymptote yet, but what we do see is that we're never going to hit 50% adoption or 60% adoption. We might hit 50% before it completely flatlines, but the adoption's just not there. And I wonder what all this... Bless me. Yeah, when you look at it closer, it's even more scary. So there are still a bunch of free IP addresses if you want to pretend like you're doing IPv6, which I might do at some point. So you set up IPv6 so that no one can use it. You can get some of the reserved IPv4 addresses. All right, now with that out of the way, I need to make a little bit of documentation. Thank you very much. So what should we call this thing? Caddy Builder? I don't know what. Custom Caddy Builder. That's what I'm going to call it. Oh, you know what else we need to do, though? Kind of like, let me check out how I did prettier. No, I need to check how I did the MSVC. What do I need to check? Maybe prettier is what I need to check? I don't think prettier is going to be quite right. So this is going to be somewhat unique, because it's going to be one of the only tools that is this way. Whoops. I should probably get out of here now. That's such a funky way of doing it. If had I but known. There we go. Okay. So it must have Go installed, so it's going to install Go if necessary. All right, so then xcaddy, that's correct. But this is also going to put local opt go. Okay, it is go. And then also go bin. Yeah. Okay, let me check comments here. What we got going on? Hey, what's up, David? Yeah. Yeah, IPv6 never reached the popularity of the fax machine. In fact, the fax machine is still probably more... Every business with over 100 people has a fax machine. Ah, latency reductions because we don't have to reroute via NAT. That's an interesting point. Yeah, IPv4 addresses are expensive unless there is a ton of IPv4 addresses that are available. All you have to do is fill out a form and show that you're actually using IPv6. You're just using IPv4 to onboard poor, unfortunate users. So my understanding is that it's not a super ridiculously hard program to qualify for. You can qualify for it. Ugh, so ugly. Oh, it makes me barf in my mouth a little bit. All right, what should the tagline be for this thing? All right. Okay, that's a little too... Okay. There we go. Well, we'll go with that. I'll save the more funny line for down below. Okay, and while I'm thinking about it, we do have to do the same thing. All right, I'm going to go up a directory because it's for the PS1. Fetch MSVC runtime. So, wait, why is this installing to xbin? I need to fix the xbin paths at some point. That's got to make it on my to-do list. Okay. Oh, bother. I think we'll just do this. Pretty sure that's where it goes on Windows as well. We could just stop at go, I'm sure. I actually need to check that on Windows. There we go. Alright, let's continue here. Wait. Just want to make sure I'm editing xcaddy, not caddy. Well, I'll see that when I do the pull request anyway. All right. Makes custom caddy builds. So that you can load caddy, jam pack full with plugins or not, or just install from feature branches. All right, that's what we need. And then let's give the short synopsis. I will check with how I'm actually using it in real life. Xcaddy build BNNA. Let's see. Let's just try. We'll do a really simple one. And I'll... Let's see. What tags do we have on caddy? Not branches. That's not what I meant. I meant tags. 2.7.5. Okay. Oh, and then Git also needs to be enabled for this one. Okay, my Git ref. Yeah, I like to use DuckDNS as an example. Let me just try that and make sure it works. I'll even, well, yeah. All right, I'm going to let that run. I suspect that it's going to work just fine, but I just want to make sure. That's good for the short example. Let's look at the spelling of jam-pack full. I actually kind of like the idea of putting output last. I'm going to try that again with like this to make sure that that variation works with putting the command flags that way, which I have no doubt that it will. But, you know, sanity checks and stuff. All right. I work in healthcare. I don't say the F word. I don't remember which F word that was. Anyway, waking up for being out yesterday. All right. Updating servers, writing docs for esoteric software, of course, and automating some reports for our data manager. Excellent. All right, so the sections I need are I'm doing both editing and content creation at the same time. I shouldn't do it. Bah! All right, makes it easy to build Caddy with DNS providers. And there we go. That's what it's for. That's the truth of it. That's what it does. The first time I used xcaddy was to build a feature branch, I think. And now let me get back to what were the parts I needed in my cheat sheet here. Oh, and I do need... Yeah, we already done that. Oh, I like that. So this is how to strip debug. So this will result in a much smaller binary. So that's a 43 megabyte binary. Let's see what happens if we do this. Also, if we allowed CGO, it would probably produce a smaller binary because it would use some system libraries rather than recompiling everything with the Go version. But then it's not as portable and yada, yada, yada. So... Oh, that failed. Oh, disable the symbol table. That you forgot the -s there. I will fix that up. Where? Okay. Where was it? Alrighty, and then... that did not really reduce it in size very much at all. That wasn't worth it. I don't think it even shaved off a megabyte. Okay. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? All right. All right, let's do this. Oh. Yeah, that didn't make any difference. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Okay. When it's time to rebuild Caddy and you've forgotten which modules you use to build it, fear not. List modules to the rescue. Okay, how to find DNS providers. I have this in the main caddy cheat sheet a little bit, but it bears repeating here because this is why people get xcaddy. Whoops. Just regular caddy. Actually, I'm just going to pull that straight out of caddy readme. Whoops. How much money can a developer earn in a month? My guess would be $40,000. Well, obviously more than that. But let's say if you were devoted to making money, if that was your thing, could you make $500,000 a year? Yes. But you wouldn't just be a developer at that point. You'd be a businessman. You'd be focused on what things you can resell, how to package value. You might be doing training. You'd be doing consulting. You'd be doing corporate gigs. You'd be flying on the airplane. So you wouldn't be doing that much development. How much can you make just as a developer? I think I think that just about everybody's going to cap off before somewhere around $25,000 a month. I think that to get over 300K per year, and you know, 300K per year is like probably, you know, you rub shoulders with Rob Pike from time to time. So that's, I don't personally know someone who makes 300K just doing development, but I'm pretty sure that I've talked with a lot of developers on JavaScript Jabber. I don't ask them what their salary is. So I'm pretty sure I'm confident to say I probably do know some people that I've personally talked to that make 300K doing just development. But, well, they probably do some other stuff, not just development. They probably do some, anyway. So in the 200, 300K range, that's going to be your top end. Your 200 range is going to be your senior developers. You know, on the higher end of your senior developers. Above that is going to be probably people that are mixing in a little bit more, but there probably are some people above that that are just doing just senior developers. But I don't think you're going to get, like, maybe 250 would be the cap there a year, which that's in like 22,000 a month or something. So that would, yeah. I know of people who charge $500 an hour. I know of people that charge $300 an hour. But those are typically not things that you're not working 8 hours a day at $500 an hour. Well, I don't think most people are. That's consulting. So your actual rate, for your daily rate, including your other tasks, is probably closer to 200 to 300. Strap-on spelled backwards is no parts. Dang it. You made me read that out loud. Dang it. Oh, my brain didn't have enough time to process it, and I read it out loud. Oh, good one. Hey, old helmet. Oh man, that's the first time I've been got by that. I think I might have been in other times and just not known, but good one. Oh, it happens to the best of us and the rest of us. Okay. Um, all right, where did my little Lego thing go? Lego. I thought I had that right here, didn't I? Lego deprecated. Okay, so I think that's about right. We're going to go to next.caddy.dev/xcaddy so we can just kind of take a look at what this looks like. And I am going to get rid of those flags. Well, I feel like that first one's necessary. All right. Oh, is that in by default? Oh, that. Oh. So I really don't get along at the, well, okay, so I am a weird person in that I can hate something you've done, call it absolute garbage, and still go out to lunch with you and, you know, respect you for the work that you've done that's great. Most people are not that way. Most people get offended by that sort of behavior, I think. But for me, it's like the product is the product and the person is the person, and I'm not necessarily intertwining the two. There are good things about Caddy. The documentation is terrible. There's a lot of terrible things about Caddy. So Francis and I, we butt heads a lot. I don't know if we met in person, if we would have a good time chatting it up and, you know, hanging out. But we definitely have negative opinions of each other. But the thing is, like, I call out stuff and it's like, I don't care whether you like me. This is a bug or it's not a bug. It's a bug or it's intended behavior. And if you tell me it's intended behavior, I'm going to tell you you're tarded. Kind of thing. So but it's like, this is good communication for us. It's correct code. Like me or not, the PR is correct. Therefore, brought it in. Excellent. Cool. Glad that made it in already. But yeah, Matt, I really like, but gosh, he frustrates me to no end. I have a very, very love-hate relationship with Matt. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what that means. That should, yeah, this probably would be better as a table. I think I'm going to try to get that in as a table. Let's see, can that fit on a single line? Maybe. Yeah, I don't think they'd go for it. Okay. Okay, let me think. I just want to list the ones that I actually use. And I use this one. All right, race detector version. So that's the version of the caddy build. Oh, whoops. Let's check this out. Okay, I'm gonna try something else out real quick then. Ugh, ugh, ugh. I don't know if we could put both of these on there. Could I put them in one line? Or is there any way that this could work? Because I don't think that this works. I'm just going to save this real quick. Just to see what it looks like on the page. Yeah, that's gah! Okay, no, I got it. Can't do it. Sorry. This has got to be cleaner. I don't actually use that one, so we're going to get rid of it. All right, let's see what happens when I did this. It seems like it didn't do anything. So, I don't know if that didn't work or what. Let me read the docs on it. Dang it. It's too high up. I'm going to try that with an export instead. All right, what else? I don't know if that's going to work or not. That might push us over the edge. Well. Okay, cool. It still fits. By miracle. Okay, what else? Version, race detector, debug, setcaps, sudo. Skip cleanup. Go build flags, mod flags. Yep. All right, then we can do a little C also. Let's see. And how do we do that? Because I think there's a way to tell it what URL to start from. Let's check the help here. Oh, there's no help? Seriously? What's up, buddy? Hmm. You might be able to put a whole... I am going to go to Sebi, but I'm here first. I said I was going to go to the shed, and then I'll go to Sebi. No, I didn't leave yet.
No, but you had left somewhere.
Yeah, I got a drink. But I'm stream-a-leaming right now. Alright. I'll install... Let's see. Okay. I'm not really clear on what this means. So caddy version environment variable. So it's the same as using... Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, there we go. That's more clear. Oh yeah, I forgot. How to cross compile. Build. Go list cross compile options. AMD 64. Go tool dist list. Let's see. Go arch, go arm. Five, six, seven. Okay. I think they dropped arm 5, I'm pretty sure. Get commitish. Somewhere it's called a commitish. That is the term. All right, I'll check comments in a moment here. Oh, no more comments right now? Okay. Cool. Okay, I want to see if that's true. I think you can build a custom branch. So let me go to github.com/coolaj6/xcaddy. No, /caddy. So I've got branches. H2 without TLS con. Okay, let's pretend like this is it. So I don't expect it to work. I just expect to get an error message one way or the other. Okay, xcaddy build. See what he says. Yeah. Adding a feature to a CLI is non-simver breaking. New flags, new sub commands, no problem. The main point of versioning a CLI is that you can count on the flags and sub commands that you use to be available in your local scripts and build process. Am I right? So whether or not the embed feature is here now, it won't break anything to add it later. I don't understand what his argument was. It was like, it's inconvenient to people to break things, but that's why we. Let's see. Find. All right, vendor mod read only. Caddy version. Build a branch. Okay. The first time I ever used xcaddy, if I recall correctly, was to build a feature branch with the single quote support for the env file. If I ever submit I imagine that many if I were to make a custom version with a change like that that's either NPR or not acceptable, I'd still benefit from the convenience of being able to load in extra modules. I expected that to just work by giving the URL. However, it flat out failed, which also isn't entirely unexpected. Expect is a strong word. I definitely didn't expect it. I hope that it might just work by giving the get URL in standard syntax. Can this support? Is there a way to support custom branches? Oh god, I just submitted a PR to a project. What? No, I don't. No, no, that's not what I wanted. What? How did it take me there? What was the project that I wish I could search things that I've done on other projects. I think was it Olama? I think it may have been Olama. Something I was just working in recently. Let me try. No, it should still be in here. Hold on. Version. Man, this thing's really hard to use. I need to somehow... This is terrible. Repositories. Ugh. Oh, it was SQL package. That's what it was. And have both POSIX and POSIX, BSD, and Go style. That way it meets everyone's expectations and costs nothing in complexity. Though sometimes help may need to come after some sort of flag package has parsed all the things. or just... Okay. All right, what else do we need to do here? We're almost done. SH, caddy build. Let's think of one here. Let's see what we got. Well, I guess it has to be off of branches. File placeholder. There we go. That's a simple one. So we could do branches, tags, and tags are going to be the same as branches, yes, and then history. Okay. How to cross compile. All right. Linux, Darwin, Windows, FreeBSD, AMD 64, ARM 64, MIPS 64, right? Go, tool, was it tool, dist, tool, what was it? Oh, that's unfortunate that it... See the full list with... FreeBSD, Linux, NetBSD, OpenBSD, AMD, ARM. Let's do this. Let's do cut-d. Okay, ARM, MIC64LE, was it PPC64LE was one of them? OS equals Linux. So Arch equals ARM64. So ARM equals nothing. xcaddy build 2.5.7. How to list caddy versions would be nice. I don't know if there's a good way to do that. Maybe it would be better to do Mac OS here, just to limit the cruft. Ugh. Yeah, I'll have to do something about that, I suppose. Can I teach you how to code? Not via chat while coding myself. Whoops. What'd I do? Okay, do we have a stable... Do we have a releases, maybe? Releases. Let's look at releases on there. If I can find that real quick. All right. Where's releases? Can we look at stable? Okay. Explain what you're doing. Oh yeah, sorry. Right now I'm just doing some documentation. So give me a minute to get through my thought process on what I'm doing, and then I'll explain more. When I'm writing documentation, it's hard for me to explain what I'm doing because I'm using the part of my brain that does the stuff, the words, does the words. And so the part of it's hard for me to talk when I'm using the part of my brain that does the words to read or to write. If that makes sense. Okay, and then I probably should put... Let's see. Set to 0 to build your go. No, C. All right. Makes it more likely that... I'll give you the page to the docs that I'm writing, though. So you can take a look at that in real time as I'm updating it if you want. But I do, when I'm coding, I often talk because that uses the logic part of my brain and not the text part of my brain, not the speech part of my brain. But when I'm writing documentation, I talk less because I am actively not using the logic part, but using the communication part, which are different parts of my brain. You can inline or export the variables. You know what? I need to open up this one and check this real quick. Let's see how to find other modules to do. Crap, I always forget what the name is. Note, modules are named internally by their namespace. But referenced externally, whoops, by their get URL. Doesn't have to be GitHub. Okay, and I think the way to do that one is... most people who write modules register them with however, a module can be loaded from any Git URL. Not just GitHub, not just the modules. Okay, so I'm working on documentation for xcaddy, which is a caddy builder. Caddy is the most popular modern web server. Has an API, which that's not really useful to most people. The thing that's useful about it is that it has Let's Encrypt built in. So it's automatic HTTPS, very easy to do reverse proxying and static site. It's like the core, like the top 3 things you're going to do with a web server are just automatic or super easy to configure. Like that most you just can't go lower. It's the simplest config. It's the simplest to get up and running, and its performance beats out most other web servers. Okay. using CGO enabled. Makes can only build pure Go programs, and file sizes may be slightly larger due to using or file sizes may be slightly larger. We're using Go modules for DNS resolution, certs, etc., which okay. So I think that's about it. I think that's what I need for this documentation. All right, so here's the things that get installed. Here's a typical use. All right. Build with xcaddy. Check that it worked. And then let me see what happened here when I did this. Xcaddy build. No. Caddy 2.5 version. What? Caddy also does this wrong? Yeah, I think that's what I actually want to do, is the list modules command. All right. This hasn't even started building yet. All right. Then, yeah, as soon as that finishes building, but I think the docs are done now. So, yeah, xcaddy is a custom builder for Caddy. And I'm not doing any programming or coding. I'm just doing documentation. How to list Caddy versions. How to list available Caddy versions. Okay, and then I think this finished compiling. Looks like it did. And you know what? I'm just going to go with the version command. Because I don't want this to take up too much space. And I'm thinking of moving the files section maybe even down to the bottom. I don't know. I want the file section to be... The problem is it gets a little long sometimes, and so if you're just looking at this, you don't know that the cheat sheet's right below. So, yeah, that's my problem with that. Okay. One libdns. Each have their own this module bundles many providers together, which are listed here. Most of which can be searched here. All of which are listed here. Alright, let's see how this looks. Oh, I didn't actually want 3 there. I only wanted the 2. I don't know why I put 3. This wasn't in the right mode of thinking. Okay, so... I want to find other modules. Let's see. There are a variety... Well, let's see if we... The only ones that I am really aware of myself... it's like, such as for ngrok, it's S3... Okay. We do need to update the look and feel of this. how to cross-compile, how to build from a feature branch, how to list built-in modules, common options. Okay, so here's what I need to do on this one. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to go into the README. And this is long enough that I think it's worth providing an index up at the top. All right. List caddy versions. Other modules. Cross-compiling. Build a feature branch. List built-in modules. Common E and Bs. And then let me see if there's anything else before I call this good. I spent more time on this than I thought I would, but that's how it often goes. I thought, oh, this is so small. There's hardly anything to document about this, but in reality, yes, there is. Okay, run. Oh, you can also do caddy run. Let's see, xcaddy run. I should probably put that in there. Build a fork. Hey, what's up? Wait, is that for... This is for plugin development. Never mind. All right, how to build... I don't actually find this one useful. I think that's of such limited utility, it's not worth mentioning. Because if I want to test something, I can just push it and then run it. So that one, I'm just going to say that's cognitive overhead that's not necessary for the use cases I'm interested in. Okay, so other things to do. All right. See that it worked. Other helpful tips. So this is kind of my process, is I don't use tools that I can't share with other people. Like I generally don't install or use things if I don't have a way to communicate their value to other people as well. And that is part of the reason, that is the core reason that Webi exists. Webinstall.dev exists to be able to share things of value with people who it reduces my load when working with clients of having to explain how things work, because I give them, I show them how to install whatever the thing is with Webi, and then I tell them this is where you go for the documentation, because the things that I do for other people are in this documentation. But dang, yeah, this does need it needs love. Let's see. And then I'm actually going to have to pull that locally. Because I just need to rebase it so that my signature gets on it, because I didn't set up my signing tools on this VPS that I'm working from. Okay, and then once I'm done with that, I'll read through some more comments, I'll answer a few more questions, hang around for a minute or two, and then I gotta head out. Okay, git switch feet xcaddy. Oh, not feet, add. All right, and then I need to open up pull request. Okay, so we should have... I've got this fixed. Okay, let me see if there's anybody available to do a review. All right, now while I'm waiting to hear back from Jojo, let's see. I am going to go, okay, now I'll look over. All right, hello, I have a little question I got on a JS interview. Wonder how a more experienced dev would answer. What will you see in the console if you call foo and then do var foo equals function? So you cannot do... So here's the thing. There are functions and there are function expressions. A function gets evaluated at the time that the script is evaluated. A function expression gets evaluated at runtime. So function gets evaluated at parse time, essentially, and expression gets evaluated at runtime, essentially. So there's some nuance to that in terms of how the JIT compiler actually works and whatever, but you can kind of think of it that way, that during the parse phase, all of the functions are registered during the parse phase and all of the variables are registered during the parse phase. However, functions are registered with the function body. Variables are registered only as a placeholder. So if you do var anywhere in the scope of the current scope of execution, that var has a placeholder for it. The function not only has the placeholder, it actually has the function. But if you do var and or const or whatever, and you assign an expression, that variable is only a placeholder until in the runtime it actually assigns the expression. So that is my explanation as to why the example that you give there doesn't do anything useful. Okay. So, and then in reference to the earlier question, webinstall.dev is a listing of tools for developers. And this list is not actually complete with what's on the site. The complete list, it would be sitemap.xml. So this is actually the complete list right there. Not everything made it to the homepage because I accept more things than I personally feel are essential tools. So let's see. Go. And then we could cut. Well, I guess what we could do is we could cut, what is it? 6. Whoops. Oh, whoops. All right, not quite. 8. There we go. And then we could cut -D -F1. There we go. And so this would give us the list. And we could go a little bit further. We go a little bit further on this by cutting the length of the Webi host. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to do cut -D /-F. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. I think it would be 4. There we go. So that's all the things. I'm going to go post that in another issue. Oh, and one last thing I wanted to do here. How to list. Could use Webi host. And what is it? I think the # goes up front. I forget. So yeah, Webi is a way to install developer tools. It's the fastest method available. There's no faster way to install your development tools than Webi. So, if you want to use Caddy, Webi, Caddy. Well, and then so the way that it works too is you may have seen. So if I go to Caddy, where's Caddy? Oh, I need to reorganize these tools where things go. I need a different categorization because I don't like what I have. But anyway, so running Webi Caddy is the same as running this. This downloads the Webi command and then runs it. So they're the same. So it's one fluid motion. There's nothing faster. And there's not a faster way to switch versions. If I wanted to go 2.7.4, or let's say I wanted to go 2.6. Boom. So it is the best way to install developer tools. And it comes with handy dandy cheat sheet. So for all the things. Let's see. So I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. And then over on xcaddy, I don't know why that seems way overkill. This has 2 flags. Why bring in those depths when the standard library will do? Okay, so I'm going to go here with install. Deb. Go. Mac, Linux, and Windows. Webi.sh, xcaddy. Curl.exe. PowerShell. Webi uses the GitHub releases and sets let's see, Webi selects the correct download URL for you to directly to get the official xcaddy directly from GitHub releases, and we'll also move it into local bin xcaddy, which may be added to your path. Okay. GitHub releases, Webi, go, and Deb. Xcaddy is available via there we go. I think that's about right. Mac, Linux, Windows. It will also install Go if needed. All right, so I'm just going to take this sentence here and make sure it's formatted well. Blah.md. What? Okay, why is this? It's not broken up. All right, let me go try somewhere else. Where am I? Which terminal did I pick for this? I don't know why that wouldn't have worked. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. Doc, add Webi to as install method. Preview at. This is one thing I always like to do for any sort of change that I make. Xcaddy. I think this is patch 2. And then let's just go down to install. Okay. I don't see any more questions. I'm going to head out. Thanks for joining in. Oh, whoops. I think there is... there is a problem we have here. I'm going to have to fix this real quick and then I'm out. Okay. There we go. And then I'm just going to cross-reference that PR if I can. Can I get back to it? Okay. I'm gonna put this one to the hotfix too. I didn't hear back from JoJo. And I need this. Oh, whoops. In here sooner than later. Wait, I'm a little bit confused by this. Okay, hold on. I need to unscrew this up. What did I do? Let me get out of this, clear this out. Okay, so if we do a get rebase -i main, that is correct. Okay. So now xcaddy should already be available via... I should already be able to do just new terminal, Webi, xcaddy 3.5.3, 3.4, 3.3, 3.5. Okay, it's working. Great. Thanks for the great answer. Sorry for distracting you. No problem. It's great. Okay. And then let's make sure that install.dev xcaddy is here, and it is. All right, find modules, add modules, select a version, how to list the current config, how to switch versions. I'm not sure if I covered that or not. How to switch versions. No, I didn't do that. We're just going to cross that one out and give it an X. What? The letter L. Oh, right. Okay, so what was I doing here? Git switch main. Git rebase dash I head 2. Git switch. Okay. Now all of those commits should actually end up signed. Let's check this. Commits verified signed, yes. These commits should also be verified signed. And then if we were to look at hotfix, we should see that these are also verified signed. Okay, good. Now all the commits are as they should be. Great. Oh, flippy dippy. Oh. Okay. And with that, I conclude this session of Webi stuff. It's been too long of a 3 hours, but so it is. I am lawful. No, I'm chaotic neutral. That was I was looking this up earlier. Chaotic good, chaotic neutral. I'm somewhere between. I don't want to say that I'm chaotic good, because that well, I mean I am chaotic good, but I'm also a little chaotic neutral. Oh, I don't seek to eliminate authority and well, yeah, I do, but not harmony. I don't seek to eliminate harmony, and I don't necessarily seek to eliminate authority. I just don't think that authority is inherently all inherent authority is inherently good. That the existing authority is inherently good. Okay, so with that. Let me get out of a few more things here. I think there is still something that I need to do. The whole purpose I added xcaddy for, I need to add as well. Okay. And What day is today? It's the 24th. Where is calendar? So Saturday is the 21st. Okay. With this, I'm out. Adios.